Do the Eagles have a Carson Wentz problem?
Yes, they do. And Carson Wentz over there saying all that with his chest, he should only sound like that when he's at the bank. That's the only time I want to hear tough talk from him, when he cashing them big checks. But anywhere else on this planet, he need to chill with all of that bravado, because you know what? They do have a Carson Wentz problem, and he knows it. And he knows that this problem is someone that's on his side, someone in that building. Friendly fire, if you want to go there, because what? This is an organization that's already drafted at your position, Carson Wentz. So don't act like, oh, this is just some outside noise. No, they already told you above board, hey, man, you all right? Because we're going to draft at your position, and not at the bottom of the draft, second round. Let me say it again, because, you know, second round is pride. Second round, big dog. They drafted a quarterback in the second round, and he's gotten snaps. Have you seen Jordan Love yet? Have you? Anybody? Jordan Love? No. But have we seen Jalen Hurts? Hell yeah, and the truth hurts, Carson Wentz. So here's two things I want to point out. One, business one-on-one, Carson Wentz. I know you're winning at the bank, but business one-on-one is we can't pay you more and get less. 2017, when they had Carson Wentz on the rookie deal, and he was out there MVP candidate before the injury, 11-2 record. How much did they pay Carson Wentz? $1.6 million. This year, the same Carson Wentz, same guy, same uniform, same number everywhere, whose passer rating is 31st, whose completion percentage is 32nd, whose passing yards per attempt is 31st, and who has the most giveaways in the league, is getting paid $39.3 million to give us less? Where they do that at? And that's where Carson Wentz has to come to that realization. Second point, because this is friendly fire.
Don't shoot all your points early now, Coach.
Dog, I've been this guy before. Trust me, I can go all day. My second point is this. When they start talking about how you practice, and the media is kicked out after the first 10, 15 minutes, so only people who can see how you practice are who? The people you're practicing with. This came from the inside. This is an inside job. So once again, we have a Carson Wentz teammate issue, and we've heard this before, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Sir, there's nothing about this that's an inside job, okay? This is just nonsense.
Okay,
and I
here
don't
it comes.
pay attention to nonsense, because what you tell me, it don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense.
The Eagles don't have a Carson Wentz problem. So a problem by definition, I had to look it up. Let me look up what a problem is. A problem by definition, it's a matter or a situation regarded as unwelcome. So if they had a Carson Wentz problem, that would be to say that Carson Wentz is regarded as unwelcome. Carson ain't regarded as unwelcome. Carson is as welcome as one can be. If there had a Carson Wentz problem, that would imply that there is a Carson Wentz solution. Let me tell you what the problem is. The problem is you have a Jalen Hurts problem. Shoot. You have a roster depletion problem. You have an injury problem. You have an offensive stability from the offensive coordinator problem over the last several years. But do you have a Carson Wentz problem? I see several problems at hand. Let me tell you why. Three second-round picks have played under 100 snaps. Cam Akers, he's played 82. A.J. Dillon, he's played 49. Jalen Hurts, he's played 30. If you were going to draft Jalen Hurts in the second round, use him. But I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't be using him, because he ain't doing nothing when you use him. But if you don't draft him, use him. Let me talk about other second-round picks. T. Higgins, he's played 463 snaps. Chase Claypool, he had, 3 or 4 touchdowns in the game.
I love that dude.
He played 396 snaps. Now, I get it. Eagles fans are going to say we drafted a receiver in the first round. My issue is they have several problems, but Carson Wentz is not the main problem. Is Carson Wentz having some issues? Sure, but he's not the main problem. I don't even need my notes.
You got another one?
Let me talk to you.
You got, don't shoot all your things. Ain't your first take.
All right. When it comes to Wentz, hey, I don't run out of ammo.
Okay, thank you.
Russell Wilson. Nobody's saying that the Seahawks have a Russell Wilson problem. What are they saying? They're quantifying the issues. They're qualifying the issues. Okay. Russell Wilson's been turning the ball over because of such. People aren't like, oh, my God, the Seahawks have a Wilson problem. They understand what's going on. Before I give it back to you, let me go to a full screen.
You really went that far with it. You went that far.
Full screen mirror image. Let's talk about it, because I'm going to put this in context for y'all. Carson Wentz's first 4 games, the worst stretch that he has had this season. He went 1-2-1. 8 giveaways, 14 sacks.
Oh, you're doing this.
Russell Wilson, his last 4 games, 1-3, 10 giveaways, 15 sacks. What is the narrative around Russell Wilson? The narrative, his defense is terrible. He's having to do too much. He's turning the ball over. We all as a world, as sports analysts, we understand that. Carson Wentz, for whatever reason, even though he doesn't have help, the narrative is he's terrible. His worst wasn't as bad as Russ's worst. But Russ gets graced by Marcellus and the rest of the world, and Wentz gets none of it.
Wow. I don't know what you had to take at University of Texas or even prior to that. I don't know if you ever took an anatomy class, but usually we're going to talk in this world of sports about a body of work.
Sure.
And looking at you, you don't want to talk about a body of work. You want to cut off pieces and say,
You
look
talking
at
about how
this.
they're both Super Bowl champions?
Yeah, except one was on the field and one was doing what we were doing. That's a good game.
They
we
both
were watching.
contributed about the same amount in the Super Bowl.
Boy, stop. Once you on the field and you taking hits, you doing more than somebody eating popcorn.
I heard about the
Stop
Legion of
that.
Boom that time.
Stop.
That's what I
heard. Okay, so in your body of work synopsis of you analyzing this body of work, you want to break down the lesser parts. You want to break down the worst parts. But you don't want to talk about the complimentary parts for Russell Wilson because there's no comparison with Carson Wentz on the highs, right? So looking at you, your body of work, nice torso, Acho. Face, head, all right. Lower body, I seen your problem. You ain't got the legs to do it, Acho. That's what happened to you, bro. The little baby ankles, little legs. What happened, dog? You top heavy. That's the point. You want to make this a top heavy conversation or bottom heavy conversation. Either way you go, Russell Wilson does not belong in the same sentence as Carson Wentz. Let's talk about what Carson Wentz belongs in. In this sentence, are you getting what you paid for? Woo, Acho. Can you answer that? Are they getting what they paid for? Hell no.
First in the NFC East.
They're what?
First in the NFC East.
By whose standards and by whose work? It's not by Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is supposed to lead this team. He wasn't supposed to be a problem on this team. I look at this and you want to negate the fact that this is an inside job? Did you say that this is not an inside job? I will quote. See, I know everybody, bruh. And if I don't know him, I know somebody that knows him. Here's a quote from Brandon Graham. You know who Brandon Graham is?
BG,
Is that your? Oh, no. Don't act like you know Brandon Graham better than me.
I play with BG.
I don't give a damn. You BG, my dog. Look, you know what BG said then?
What'd he say?
What'd he say? I thought you knew him. You didn't know.
I don't read his quotes. I don't read his quotes.
Here's his quote about this team. You know what? If we're going to be real about what's happening around here, some of the stuff that's showing up out there is happening in practice. Oh, coincidence. No one asked him. No one prompted him. He just went up there and said, you know what? Excuse me, Your Honor. A lot of stuff that's happening bad in the game is happening in the practice.
How do we know he was talking about?
In coincidence with a national story about his quarterback, once again, jumping off sides, pre-snap penalties, false starts, people dropping balls, us not getting off the rock, etc. happens in practice. You trying to tell me it's a coincidence that Brandon Graham would say this week? Or is it a correlation to Carson Wentz and their
I'm
problem?
not going to let you lie to these fans watching this show that aren't on the football field. Let me tell you how you're lying. Let me tell you how I know you're lying. And when you're in an NFL
I do know
practice,
BG.
When you're in an when you're in an NFL practice, Marcellus, you know this, so stop lying to the people. The first team offense rarely plays the first team defense.
Of course. I ain't say that.
So what Brandon Graham is talking about, he don't even see Carson Wentz in practice.
don't do that.
He doesn't.
You on the sidelines?
Because Carson Wentz sees the scout team. I was the scout team player.
You're on the sideline. I was the first team defense.
Yes, and I watched
them. You watched them. Are you getting team? What do you think we doing when the first team's out there? We're not going against them. We watching them.
I'm not talking.
We're like, damn, Carson, sorry. How much he making?
I'm not talking training camp. He's talking about right now.
Practice.
They're in practice.
Team, last drill before practice breaks up was team. And it was one's on scrubs, and then
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, Marcellus. Okay, you're not going to keep calling me a scrub on national television before I come out this suit.
Did I make that connection? One against them, and then one against them.
I was them.
You were them. So the point is, after practice, and they come up to you and they ask you a question, hey, what's going on in practice? There's a report out there by Mike Silver about Carson Wentz. Brandon Graham is a professional. He knows how to answer that question. Why do you think he would step in it knowing that this is a national conversation about his quarterback, unless there's some truth to it?
Because, Sal, the Eagles' defense got burned by the Giants again.
Okay.
Brandon Graham plays defensive end, for y'all that don't know. Plays defensive end. Had the best year of his career, by the way. Incredible. In 11 years. Balling. But he plays defensive end. He just got burned on defense. I would assume that this quote actually isn't about Carson Wentz. Here's the problem, Marcellus. Guilty people think guilty. You always think negative about Carson Wentz, so you just grasp for negativity. Somebody said somebody was late today. It must have been Wentz. Somebody said they didn't put up their tray in the cafeteria. It must have been Wentz.
Oh, my God.
Why are you going to assume that everything is about Carson Wentz? Carson Wentz, is he helping the Eagles? No. But is he the problem?
Wait a minute. If you're not good, you're bad.
You could be asymptomatic.
Hold on,
You could be asymptomatic.
I thought in football, either you're getting better or you're getting. So guess what? In the games, we win or we lose. These ties don't happen in evaluation, brother. In evaluation, we're not looking at you like you stand pat. You didn't do anything. No, he did something. His contributions are number three in the league in terms of how much we're invested in him. But if you look at his production, big dog, he's bottom three. How do you justify that?
Let me ask you this, Sel. Let me ask you this.
Seriously, I'm not even arguing.
God, let's go here. Ooh, I'm about to win this argument. I love it. I love when I'm about to win. I'm about to tell
That means you've been losing, though.
I know.
Oh, okay. I'll take some of that.
When you start a season, let's go back to the NFL. You're with the Bills, you're with the Chargers, I don't care.
Chill.
What were your goals?
My goals?
What were the team goals? What's the coach say when you
My goals are the team goals.
Team goals. You selfish. What were the team goals?
Money. Team goals, win a division, first one.
And then what?
Try and win the games in the playoffs. Going to 3-4 game win streak, it's a wrap.
Right now, you just said the team goals, which are accurate. Marcellus ain't lying to y'all for once. The goals for everybody. Win the division, you win the division, you make it to the playoffs.
Make
it to the playoffs, you got a chance. You don't even honestly say win the Super Bowl.
No.
Like in most NFL teams, they don't really say like, hey, let's win the Super Bowl. It's just make it to the playoffs. Make it to the playoffs,
Give
you got
yourself a chance, yeah.
What is Carson Wentz doing? The Eagles' goals at the beginning of the season, win the division. Where are the Eagles after 10 weeks in the season? Winning the division. So I don't get where this problem is coming from when they are literally fulfilling the goal that they have, which every other team has.
Yes, I respect that. That analogy is correct. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. If you've ever done a group project in school, and we've all done them, and it's due on Friday, and then you call everybody on Thursday, you got yours. Carson, you got yours. Carson's like, hey, man, when is it due again? You're like, tomorrow. And you're like, all right, we're going to turn it in. We're going to give Carson the credit. His name going to be on the project. But damn it, you're going to be eye-rolling that dude left and right. True?
Hey, that's fair. My dog, hey, you spitting facts. But let's also go there because I hated group projects because somebody wasn't going to do their work. But you know what else happens during group projects? You call up your home. You send out a group text. We millennials. We ain't calling. You send out a group text. Hey, man, I'm not feeling too well. I can't show up. Let me text the other person. Hey, man, I'm sick. I can't show up. Hey, man, I won't be there. That's what's happening with the Eagles. Deshaun Jackson. Hey, Carson, bruh. Man, I got a knee. I can't show up. Alshon Jeffrey. Hey, man. I start the season. I can't show up. I'll be there about week 9, week 10. Zach Ertz. I'll be riding with you, dog, but I'm hurt. I can't show up. Miles Sanders. Hey, man, something came up. I can't show up. Jalen Reagor. Bro, I wish I could. Dallas Goedert. Man, I was there early on, but I can't. Jason Peters. Hey, big dog. I know I got but I can't show up. Marcellus.
What?
Carson sent out the group text, and could nobody show up. Coming up.